I said, lucky for that baby, or unlucky for that baby, because if you make a late payment, that baby's already not even 1 year old, and they already have bad credit.
Yeah, yeah. I figured like the most appropriate age would be around 15, 16, 17 years
I
old.
would say 13 if you possible. You never want to give them the credit card.
Right.
Order the credit
Oh,
card, grab the credit card, shred it. Okay.
definitely.
So some people, when they're trying to build credit, and I've seen people do that. I don't do this, but I know people that do this, that have 800 FICO score. Say, I'm gonna pick on Raul because he's still here. Say Raul doesn't have any credit, or is trying to build his credit because he's trying to purchase a house in the next 2 months, and so he needs to get the best interest rate on a home. You have to be at the 760. There's no way. You have to be at the 760. You can get a home with lower FICO score, but the best interest rate is starting at 760, right? And so if he wants to get there, then the easiest way to do it is to add him to a credit card with someone who has a 800 and something credit score. So people actually say, hey, Raul, give me $200 and I'll add you to the credit card, and you won't ever get the credit card. You pay the 200, they shred the credit card, they order the credit card for you, they add you to it, you get the FICO, so your FICO jumps up to like almost 800. You get the home, and then after a year, they just take you off they take you off the authorized user, and that's it. Is it legal? Sure, why not?
Thank you
You
for
know,
that.
yeah. And so people do it. They do it. I don't do it, but I know people that do. And they'll charge anywhere 50, 100, 150, $200. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it, especially if you're trying to buy a car or a home. So, but like I said, if your family member or you or your parents add you to a card and they mess up one late payment, then you're pretty much, and if their utilization is 100%, then guess what? That's bad too. And so then that means your score is getting affected because the utilization. Even though if they're never late, even if they're above the 30% utilization, your FICO starts going down.
So it's only 100% utilization on that card that they were added to?
Yep, there's only on that card. So if you're late
Okay.
on another card, it doesn't matter. It's only the credit bureau's only reported one card. They don't know anything else from that person on that credit card.
Okay.
I mean,
So
that
nothing
credit
else
history.
transfers, just that card. Okay.
It's just that card. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Anything else? I know it's already past 9. Everybody's like still with a lot of good questions. Jenny, you have a question? Oh no, you're just saying hi, bye. I can't hear you. I think you're on mute. Oh, I don't know. I still can't hear you. I think if you go to the mic, Jenny, and you click on that little arrow pointing up, you should be able to go to microphone and then choose which microphone you're using. No. Okay. If you want to write it in there.
I also
Okay.
have one more question.
Go ahead.
When you add them to that card as authorized user, anything they do will never transfer to you. Only what you do on that card will transfer to them, right?
Yep. That's why you don't ever want to give them the card, because you know
Right. Okay.
that they can't charge, they can't do, so as an authorized user, you can charge and you can make payments.
And how long does that take? Like, for example, if I'm trying to help my friend because she wants to buy a house and her credit is
Then
barely
30
low.
days, you'll notice. 30 days, you're going to notice right away. But
Oh,
remember
wow.
this, if your utilization is about 30%, don't add them. It's going to make it worse.
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the key number is 30%, below 30%.
Yeah. So I always say that my rule when I teach that credit card lesson, it's 10% or 30%. So 0, 10, 30. Experian, their recommendation on their site is 6%, 30%.
Okay.
But so does that mean you can't use, so the way, and I'll explain this in one of the lessons when I review credit cards. Say you get $1,000 limit. So 30% is 300. So your mentality should say that you shouldn't, if you can't manage your own finances, your mentality should say that you only have $300 available in that credit card. That's it. Okay. But if you can manage it, and this is what I always teach is debit doesn't build credit. And I'll repeat it. Debit doesn't build credit. So never pay your stuff with debit card, always with a credit card. But you have to be able to manage your payments, because the way I do it is I go to shopping for groceries, pay $200 on my credit card, right there on the spot in the parking lot, or the next day, I make that $200 payment with my debit. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can utilize 100% of your credit limit, but you have to bring it down below 30 by the time the statement date, not the due date, the statement date shows up, because that's when it
Closing
gets
date.
the closing date or statement date is when it gets reported to the bureaus, not the due date. So your due date can be on the 10th, but your closing statement can be on the 15th. And you're thinking, oh, I already paid off to zero balance on the due date, so now I can start charging up again. No, because the way it reports it is on the 15th. So you have basically 5 days that you shouldn't be using that credit card.
I will use my credit card for everything, but I never pay interest. So I always pay the next bill, like whatever's due. I never pay less.
And that's the way to do it. But as long as you're paying before the statement gets released, the statement date gets released, it gets reported to the credit bureau. If that balance at statement closing is 3,000 out of the 3,000, then you're at 100 utilization. Even if you pay the next day the balance, it doesn't matter. The bureau, the credit report still shows you're 100% utilization.
Oh shoot. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I have people that say, Eduardo, how come I never have an 800? I've never been late with any payments. I've never been late with any. I pay off my credit cards, this and that. And I look at it and I said, this is what's happening. You're utilizing your max by statement time. So every credit report shows that your utilization is 100%. You're never going to get past 720 out of that. You're going to be stuck there forever.
Oh,
and you can have perfect credit score. Perfect credit report, but you're never going to get to the 800 because your utilization is always showing 100%.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yep. So any other questions? I know it's a lot because this is the second class, and the first one, trust me, went 8 sessions of a lot of information. Okay, nothing else? Thank you. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, and have a great night. And we'll see you. I do have a small business development class. If anyone's starting a business or has a business, take that class. I teach it tomorrow, same time.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you.
Yeah.
Oh, Raul says he's in there. We'll see you.